Okay, so we're going to do things a little different because we're running late. We're coming back off of a hike that we got lost on and it's late. So I'm just going to tell you about what's on this video. So on this video, we ate at Storms, which is a really neat little drive-in that Romney told us about that Elvis used to visit, and it was just really neat to eat there. And then it's a natural pool. It fills with natural spring water and you can swim in it. So I read the thing there. And then we went to, it was called the pecan capital of the world. I don't know that it really is, but we got coffee and stuff there. And what else did you say was on there, Jody? Oh, the largest horseshoe or spur, the largest spur in the world. Romney said it's in the Guinness World Book of Records. So anyhow, but yeah, so that's on this episode. We just kind of wanted to finish out Texas, and then I did a little video at Magnolia because we stopped by there on our way home for Christmas, and I just love that place. So I videoed because it was so pretty, and then did the statues that Chip added out in the wiffle ball field. So anyway, we hope you enjoy this episode.
Okay, so we're eating at a restaurant that Romney told us about called Storms, and I wanted to, so I'll read it from back here. It says, our first family restaurant was in the small East Texas village of Stormville, where in 1873 my great-grandfather, William Washington Storm, opened a wayside inn that serviced the stagecoach run between Mineola and Sulphur Springs. I'm not sure of the exact menu, but I expect my great-grandfather frequently set the table with fried chicken steak and fresh catfish, much the same fare that you can find at Storms today. The Storm family served meals to cowboys, horse traders, mule skinners, and road-weary travelers for a number of years until the railroads came through and the stagecoach went out of business. The next Storm family owned an establishment was a small diner that my parents, Jim and Iredale Storm, opened in 1944 in San Antonio, a couple miles or so north of the Alamo. It was in this small cafe on Broadway that Dad experimented until he developed the famous Storm's hamburger and French fried potatoes. Dad was already an expert at making ice cream from many years' experience with the Borden Company. After World War II ended, the U.S. economy went into high gear, and more than ever Americans fell in love with their cars, just as my grandfather had seen an opportunity to serve stagecoach travelers. Dad sensed that the time was right for establishment that catered to automobile traffic. So in 1950, he opened the operation in Lampasas. He called it Dairy Q because he intended to specialize in soft ice cream, but of course the menu included hamburgers as well. The Q very quickly became a popular hangout for Lampasas teenagers, as well as a favorite lunch spot for business people. Mom and Dad moved quickly to improve service, and the Dairy Q was one of the first drive-in restaurants in Texas to install a speaker system. In 1958, we heard a familiar voice over the speaker, Elvis Presley. The Dairy Q was a frequent stop for the rock and roll idol when he was doing his basic training at nearby Fort Hood. Dad sold lots of cones, banana splits, sundaes, and other dairy items, but every year the reputation and popularity of his hamburger grew. Dad had been raised on a ranch in Lampasas County and had a lifelong interest in fine cattle and high-quality beef. He began the tradition of processing his own meat, using only the finest cuts of beef in his burgers, a tradition that the restaurant follows today. Dad also resisted the industry trend toward frozen potatoes, preferring to hand slice every French fry sold at the drive-in. I took over of management of Dairy Q in 1971 when Dad retired. In 1974, we changed the name to Storms. That was the first. We erected our first sign featuring of the dark blue storm cloud and yellow sun. Storms came to Burnett in 1984 when we moved into a restaurant formerly owned by Buster and Ida Ferris. 2 years later, Storms opened up in Hamilton in a drive-in formerly owned by Marge Snyder. In 2013, Clinton Connolly, Mike Green, and Mike Colos, I can't pronounce it, became the new owners of Storms Restaurant. They all started out as car hops in their teens and were trained by longtime Lampasas manager, the late Kenneth Miller. Storm has recently been honored on the Best of Television program on the Food Network. We've also been written up in Southern Living, Texas Highways, Texas Monthly, Texas Co-op, Power, and Austin Chronicle. From those early days on the frontier until today, the Storm family has worked to make operations more efficient, more modern, but Storms cuts no corners on quality. We've been serving good food to good folks for years, and we plan to keep it that way.
We're in San Saba and we're going into Alamo Pecan and Coffee Company. It's supposed to be fabulous, and it's supposed to be the pecan capital of the world. So I don't know if that's true or not, but Ryan's, oh, it says pecan store entry. Oh, pecan store entry in the side. But Ryan's mom and, well, his mom and his sister told us about it, so we drove up here. It's about 40 minutes away. Real cute little town. So this is all the different flavors. They're so good. And then all the coffees. And they have Texas pecan coffee. It's really good. And she said all the pecans are harvested locally. So, pretty cool. We're still in San Saba, and this is a little park that's here. It looks like it's all decorated for Christmas. It's probably really neat at night. But they got this like water fountain coming down, and the pond is just full of ducks. I guess you can fish. It says catch and release only. It's pretty cool. It's got a water wheel down there. It's really neat. Look at all the ducks. I guess they think I'm gonna feed them. What are you guys doing? I don't have no food for you. Jody! What are you guys doing? I don't have any food. Sorry. Sorry, I don't have no food. It's pretty neat. They're wanting some food. Oh, I guess you can swim in there. I wonder if it's like a natural spring. It says no lifeguard on duty, swim at own risk. This is really cool. So I just took a picture of a natural spring pool that you can swim in. And this says the mineral springs such as nearby Hancock Springs flow into Sulphur Creek, providing Lampasas with waters for recreation and health. The Hancock Springs track became a fashionable tourist attraction and convention and encampment site in the late 19th century. By the 1880s, Lampasas advertised as the Saratoga of the South. In 1911, Dan Culver excavated a large open-air swimming pool in Hancock Park, utilizing spring-fed waters. Charlie Baker and L.N. Little bought the property in 1929. Materials from the Texas Baptist Encampment Dining Hall were used to build the hostess house south of the pool. I'm assuming this is the hostess house. The two-story frame building included a recreation hall and changing room for the swimming pool, with an open-air dance platform on the second floor. Local bands and nationally known performers made the venue a popular destination. In 1936, the House of Lampasas bought the park, including the hostess house. During World War II, the U.S. government leased Hancock Park as a recreation area called Panther Park for soldiers stationed at Camp Hood, later Fort Hood. In 1947, a golf course opened to the west, and improvements to the hostess house included a limestone veneer. After additional renovations to park facilities in 1948, Texas Governor Buford Jester and U.S. Congressman Lyndon Johnson attended a rededication ceremony. For many years following, the people of Lampasas continued to swim in the pool and attend dances and proms on the second floor. By the 1990s, the building had fallen into disrepair. The city leased the building to the Orrin Milo Roberts chapter of the Daughters of the Republic of Texas, which coordinated fundraising to renovate and restore the hostess house and continue its public use. So that's the, oh, I guess I was trying to get a better view of the pool. So this is the hostess house. And then it looks like it even has a, oh yeah, this will be a much better view. The golf course is all over there, but here's the pool. So it's a natural, but it's definitely got, I don't know if they clean it. Maybe they clean it in the, but that's where it, and then it has a hot tub there, right there, and then that's where I guess it feeds into it, and then it feeds out back there. So it's pretty cool. And they even have like a wheelchair ramp, so that's pretty neat. So, but and this, Romney said, is the largest spur, and it's in the Guinness World Book of Records as the largest spur. That looks like a lake. We stopped by on our way home for Christmas without the fifth wheel to get some stuff in the bakery. And I mean, like, how, I don't know, this is just blows my mind. Amazing. There's blooms on the magnolia. I'd love to come to this at night. They don't open up till 9, so we're here a little bit early, but I could get a coffee. It's just so amazing. And Chip added, there's the statues that he surprised Joe with. Right there. Lou Gehrig and Babe Ruth that he had commissioned. They must be doing something with it because they got it blocked off. Just waiting to go in the bakery. Okay, so we hope you enjoyed this episode. Like I said, just a short one, finishing out Texas. And then our next one will be coming from Arizona. So we've got Devin with us right now. He's back at the fifth wheel dog sitting, which thank goodness, because he would have not been a happy camper. as bad as it got.
I'm not a happy camper.
Anyway, so thanks for watching and supporting, and we will see you in a couple weeks. See ya. Oh,
Remember, God loves you, but only Jesus can save you.
see ya.